let's get into who is eating good in the neighborhood. And this is served by Applebee's. And guys, I think we got to go to the Detroit Lions. How about their defense? Holding the Vikings to 9 points. They were 3 of 16 on third and fourth down, 0 of 3 on fourth down. They just shut the valve off on Minnesota, Rod. How did they do it with Detroit?
Man, they are playing with supreme confidence. You look at their defense coordinator, Aaron Glenn, and he challenged those guys. He said, look, I don't care how many guys are injured. I don't care who we have. We're going out there. This is the game plan. Guys, I want you to compete. And it was some individual performances of guys that really stepped up. Zadarius Smith played well. He brought a lot of energy. They said Jared Goff told us that Alex Angeloni came back and really gave them a spark and did a good job in coverage. But Amik Robertson, he was good on Justin Jefferson. But those guys were just out there competing, coach, having fun. And they just played with such a sense of urgency.
They did. And I know I went into the game thinking Detroit may not be the team that we think they're going to be in the playoffs, because offensively they're on fire, but defensively it's a struggle. And they showed me something. If they play this way in the playoffs, they're going to be tough to beat. That defense was on fire.
Yeah, and even Jared Goff, you think about Jared Goff when he was talking to us, Jack, in the post game, and how excited he was and how much he talked about the defense actually affecting and motivating the offense, pushing them. When you see a defense that's been really just absolutely ravaged and beat up, and you see those guys out there celebrating and competing with Justin Jefferson, and you look up, man, it gets you pumped up and gets you excited on the offensive side of the ball.
It does. And really, they won this game in large part in the red area because Minnesota had scoring opportunities. They had 12 plays in the red zone and 0 touchdowns. 0 touchdowns. And I know they had some opportunities. Like I think Sam Darnold will be thinking about the one to Justin Jefferson where he was really open and is just a little too far and they were a little off. But 12 plays, no touchdowns. Those are pretty sweet numbers for the Lions, Coach.
No, they really were. And Minnesota had been playing very well on offense. They were scoring points to shut them down, and they held them in check till the second half where their offense got going. It was really a wonderful performance by that defense.
Hey, Coach, think about this. This Minnesota Viking offense had been rolling all year. And they end up playing against Detroit, and Detroit did the best job of any defense on them all year long and made Sam Darnold look average. This is a guy, guys, we're talking about, we're throwing $100 million his way. We're saying he's going to get paid $150 million. And they did a heck of a job against this guy. So we'll see if Darnold can bounce back. But Detroit Lions, man, that defense, I got a lot of confidence in those dudes now.
Yeah, the thing that got me is we were on the post game and looking at that stat sheet. Addison and Jefferson, 15 targets, 4 completions for some minuscule, 50 yards. It was just, you just don't see that happen with those two guys. And all the credit to those Detroit DBs.
And also, Coach, Kevin O'Connell, man, normally in those situations, we've seen him be very, very conservative, take the points, kick the field goal, and then he got out of character like, okay, this is not Kevin O'Connell going for it on 4th down. So the Detroit Lions, the way they play, they force you to get out of character, and that's what we saw against Minnesota.
You're right. Fewest attempts on 4th down all year, while the Lions, the highest rate of going for it on 4th down. So we talked about in the pregame, there's contrast to styles, and then the actual game flipped. And Coach O'Connell felt like he had to chase some points, where if they had taken those threes, they'd have had the lead in that first half. They'd have had a 1-2 point lead in that first half. Different game.
Yep.
Coach, that's what we was talking about. We were sitting there saying, what is he doing? Just kick the field goal. You're going to be up. It's a close game. It's a defensive game. Yeah, we want it to be a shootout. It's more of a defensive game. And Coach is sitting there like, you got to take the points, frustrated. We're sitting there on the couch looking like, what is going on?
Don't leave your game plan.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.